You are listening to the community. My name is Gordon Griffith. Again, at the end of our program today, we'll tell you how you can reach us if you have a comment or question about our topics today, or our program today. Perhaps a previous edition of the program. Maybe you even have a recommendation for a future topic or topics you want us to cover. We'd certainly love to get your feedback, as that certainly is always welcome. Let's welcome a guest to our program now, this segment, Ram Silverman. And after that horrible Cowboy loss, they gave it everything they, don't get me started on the call. I won't go there. But, after that horrible Cowboys loss, I think I'm in the mood to hear a really good, feel-good kind of story. And that's why I'm having Ram Silverman on with Golden Tickets. Hi, Ram. How are you?
Hi, Gordon. How are you doing?
Outstanding. I think I'll live, though. We're recovering. We're in slow recovery here, but I think we'll be fine.
Yeah. It's still smarting from that loss.
Yes. But this story, though, is really, really incredible. If you could just take the lead here and tell us about, well, the reason I wanted to have you on is to talk about this special story and how a man's dreams have been realized. But he has quite a story, though, doesn't he?
He does. So Ryan Ferguson has spent 10 of the last years in a maximum security prison for a murder that he did not commit. He was charged back when he was about 19 years old. There's always been a strong case to show that he was innocent, and there was no DNA at the sign of the crime. And this story has really been highlighted for at least the last 5 years on CBS, on the 48-hour show, and on a couple other news programs. And I've actually been following the story for 5 years. And this past, about 3 months ago, when the story aired again, he was actually released from prison. They let him go for lack of evidence and so on and so forth. And when I was watching his interview with Aaron Moriarty, I was just really blown away by this guy's attitude. The fact that he was wrongly convicted, spent 10 years of kind of the most important years of your life in your 20s, spent in a maximum security prison, and he comes out of it, and he's just basically ready to move on and forgive and forget. I was just totally inspired.
Yeah.
I was just inspired by him. I was inspired by his story.
Mm-hmm.
And for quite some time, I've been wanting to do a promotion of some sort with our company, since it's named Golden Tickets, to do something around, get the golden ticket. And, I just thought this would be the perfect opportunity to come up with an idea, do something really special for Ryan and a family member, and let them know that we were going to take them on a full package to the Super Bowl.
And here's one thing that really that really catches my attention, and that is, when you think about there are cases like this that happen, quite often, and but you think about how the transition from being a prisoner, for example, to just an everyday citizen, it's not the easiest, is it?
I don't think so, and I do follow other stories that are like that, and it's probably very difficult to to have where you're in a cell one day and people are telling you everything you need to do, and then you get out of prison, and then you're probably at a loss after 10 years of losing your life to what's going on in the world and technology that's come out, and just trying to get your life back on track. It just seemed like this. It seemed like Ryan just was way ahead of the game. He's already come out with a book that he wrote. It was a fitness book that he did. It just came out January 2nd. And, he really just seems like he's got his stuff together. And again, I think it just goes back to that attitude. He talks a lot about, his family environment and just, especially his dad helping him get through all this stuff, and where family really plays a integral part of somebody getting back to society and getting their feet back on the ground. And
so Ryan's been out of prison for a little over a year and a half, something like that?
Yes, correct. And so we initially, when we were reaching out to him, he wasn't the easiest person to get to. We didn't know how to get to him, so we went to his Facebook page. We sent him a number of emails letting him know that we really wanted to talk to him about something nice that we wanted to do for him. it took about a month for him to finally get back with us. But what a day when I got to tell him. I mean, it was really exciting. Initially he got off the phone and he sent me back an email. He says, "Is this really for real?" And I assured him it's for real. And and then he got to call his dad and tell his dad that, guess what, I'm taking you to the Super Bowl. And I really, it does make you feel really good. I feel great about doing it. I'm certainly, he's more excited for his dad to be able to go to the Super Bowl than really himself. And that's really just phenomenal. That
is something else to get to that big game, and it's one of those things that I'm certain probably in many ways will ease the pain and ease the transition. But again, this young man, 19 years old back in 2004, sentenced to 40 years, right? A 40-year sentence. He serves 10, right?
Correct. Wow. That's just a long time. And again, especially in your 20s, you're kind of formative years and really finding out who you are. But really, after talking to him on the phone a number of times, it really just seems like he really has been able to just, live and let live and just get on and say, I've got a life to live and I'm going to do it. And he's doing it. And I think really a big part of any story really has to do with the personality of the story. And I think that's what intrigued me about him from the start was just, his likability, the fact that it was hard not to believe what he was telling you in these interviews, and I just liked him from the minute I started talking to him.
Something else you mentioned, by the way, Ram, and that is fitness. And it sounds like this I started to say young man. Well, he's 30 now, but I'm kind of locked into 2004. But it sounds like that he's really into fitness, which is a good thing. I mean, for all of us, it's a great thing to get involved with. I know probably some of these listening right now and saying, well, I already broke my New Year's resolution. But really it's good for the body. It's good for the mind. It's good for perspective. It's great all the way around.
I think so too. And I'm excited for him, and I hope his book takes off. And certainly when we're out at the Super Bowl, we're going to definitely help promote his book. And, we'll get a little promotion ourselves out of the whole thing, but really going to make sure that we do everything that we can to actually to help him.
Well, I hope you'll keep us in mind when that happens, and we'd like to maybe try to talk to him and spend a little more time on this. But I just wanted to get this in there. And like I said, it is a feel-good story in a week where it's been brutal, brother. It's been tough.
Yeah, he's he's incredibly excited, and we're just anxious to meet him. I said, when I see you, I'm giving you a big hug, and I'm looking forward to giving it to him.
He wins a trip to the big game. He gets to go to Arizona and all kinds of great stuff. And Ryan Ferguson, just sounds like a great guy, and of course, golden tickets. Ram Silverman. And Ram, I thank you for being on the program today.
My pleasure.